Namaste students. Today we will continue the same topic, modals, and I am going to discuss four very important modals with you. Will, would, shall, should. First of all, we will discuss the uses of shall. So as you all know, shall is used as a helping verb with first persons pronoun I, we in future simple tense or simple future tense. Future simple tense, you all know that with I, we use like I shall go to Delhi next week. This is a very simple use. I think you all are aware of it. Like we shall go for picnic on Monday. This is a very simple use. You all are aware of it. That shall is used as an helping verb with first person's pronouns I, we in future simple tense. But dear students, shall is also used with a second and third person's pronoun, but there are some conditions for that, and you need to read the sentence very deeply so that you can differentiate between that. Why? Because some students ask for the reason that why we use shall with second and third person's pronoun like you, he, she, it. So why we use shall with second and third person's pronoun? If there is promise, command and threat in the sentence, then we will use shall with second and third person's pronoun. With examples you will understand it in a more better way. Like if there is promise, command, if there is promise, command and threat in the sentence, then we can use shall with second and third persons pronoun. Second and third persons pronoun. So you will understand it with examples. The first example of it is you shall report for duty tomorrow. You shall report for duty tomorrow. You shall report for duty tomorrow. First of all, dear students, you need to understand, you need to read the sentence deeply. This is not a simple sentence like you shall report for duty tomorrow. Means there is a command in the sentence. There is a command in the sentence. You shall report for duty tomorrow. If I say you shall stay back for 1 hour. You shall stay back for 1 hour. If shall is used with second person you, and so there is a command in the sentence. You shall stay back for 1 hour. This is not a request when shall came with second person or third person pronoun. So this is not a request कि आपको 1 घंटे के लिए रुकना पड़ेगा. This is not a request. There is a command. Means your senior is saying to you that you have to stay back for 1 hour. So there is a command in the sentence. If there is command in the sentence, then we will use shall with second person or third person's pronoun. You need to keep it in mind. And the next sentence is she shall be punished for her misdeed. She shall be punished for her misdeed means with third person, he, she, it. You know that you have learned that you will use only will, not shall, but here we have used shall with she. So she shall be punished for her misdeed. It means that there is a threat in the sentence. There is threat in the sentence. If there is threat in the sentence, then obviously we will use shall with second and third person. If I will say that you shall have to pay for that, then it means there is threat in the sentence. So we will use shall with second and third person pronoun. If I say you get a prize for you shall get a prize. You shall get a prize means तुम्हें इनाम मिलेगा. It means there is a promise in the sentence. For what you shall get a prize? Maybe you shall get a prize for your work. If you stood fast, so you shall get a prize. There is a promise in the sentence. So if there is promise in the sentence, so obviously you will follow the rule which I am discussing with you, that with second and third person's pronoun we can use shall, but there are some conditions that there should be command, promise and threat in the sentence, and you can learn it. Like if I say PTC is the name of a new channel, Punjabi new channel. So P for promise, T for threat and C for a command. This way you can also learn it. So next rule I am going to discuss it with you. Rule of will. Then I will discuss with you should and would. So next rule is of will, and as you all know, will is also used as a helping verb with second and third persons pronoun. You have read it in your previous classes in 7th, in 6th class also. So you will is also used as a helping verb. Will is used as a helping verb, with second and third persons pronoun in simple future tense. In simple future or future simple tense, with second and third persons pronoun. Second and third persons pronoun like he, she, it, you, this, that, you, your, yours, this, that. So these are second and third persons pronoun. So we know that will is always used like he will finish his homework by Monday or by evening. He will finish his homework one day, and she will dance in the function. She will dance in the program, you can say, or any other function. She will dance in the program, or she will dance in any function. So this is a very simple use of will, but again will is also used with first person's pronoun like I and we. But again there are some conditions for that. If there is promise if there is, I will write it for you. If there is promise, willingness, determination in the sentence, threat and threat. If there is promise, willingness, determination and threat in the sentence, then will is also used. Then will is also used with first person's pronoun. First person's pronoun. Then will is also used with first person's pronoun. So with examples you will understand it in a more better way. It will be clear to you by looking at the examples. So the first example is, I will, if I say I will kill your daughter, I will kill your daughter. You can very well understand when you will read the sentence that I will kill. Sometime some criminals give the threat, I will kill your son, I will kill your daughter. So obviously it's a threat. It's a threat in the sentence. That's why will is there with first person I. Otherwise, if the sentence is simple, listen to me, we need to practice the sentences. When we will practice the grammar, then everything will be clear to you. You cannot learn grammar just by knowing the rules or without practicing it. Without practice you cannot get anything. So when you will read the sentences, so you started differentiating that there is threat in the sentence, there is a command in the sentence, and then everything will be clear to you that where you have to use will and where you have to use shall. So I will kill your daughter, and we will do like we will do better. We will do better next time. We will do better. This is a promise in the sentence that we will do better than this next time. So this is a promise. If I say I will always stand by you. Stand by you. मैं हमेशा तुम्हारे साथ खड़ा रहूँगा. This is a promise. So when you will read the sentence deeply, you need to read the structure of the sentence, you need to read the sentence deeply, you need to understand the meaning of the sentence and the sense of the sentence, then everything will be clear to you. There is also promise in the sentence. So threat, promise and willingness. Willingness, I will lift this box for you. I will lift this box for you. Or if I say I will do this work, I will do this work for you. मैं ये काम तुम्हारे लिए कर दूंगा. I will lift this box for you. मैं इस box को तुम्हारे लिए उठा लूंगा. Means it is showing your willingness to do something for your friend or any relative. So this is showing your willingness. Willingness is there. Willingness is there, and that's why we are using will with the first person. If there is willingness in the sentence, then we will use will with I. Otherwise we know that we will use shall with I. And the next is I will, determination. If I show I will not take eggs because I am a strict veg or vegetarian, or I am a strict vegetarian. This is determination. This is determination in the sentence. This is determination in the sentence. Clear everything? So I will not take eggs because I am a strict vegetarian. So that's why you have used again will with I. So what you need to understand, actually students, you need to understand, you need to read the sentence properly, and when you will practice it, so everything will be clear to you and you will come to know where to use will and where to use why. And now we will discuss the use of should. We will discuss the use of should. Should is also a very important model, and you have also, I think, discussed it with your teacher in your previous classes. So today again we will discuss it and I will make it clear to you. So should, use of should. The first use of should, you, as you all know, as a past form of, as a past form of should, not should, sorry, shall, as a past form of shall. Everyone know that should is a past form of shall. If I say, I said, I shall do this work, I shall do this work. If I say I shall do this work, then I said that I should do this work. I should do this work. So while changing the sentences of direct speech into indirect speech, should is used as a past form of a shall. So this is, I think this is clear to you, and everyone knows is that shall is a past form of should. But there are more uses of a should. We are going to discuss with you. The first use of should is with for advice, duty. For advice and duty we also use it. For purpose and assumption. For purpose and assumption. For advice, for duty means our moral duty, नैतिक कर्तव्य जिसे बोला जाता है. For our moral duty we also use advice. If I say you should consult to a doctor. You should consult to a doctor. If I say we should obey our elders. So this is, we should obey our elders. This is moral duty. This is our moral duty that we have to, we need to, this is our moral duty. We should, this is the duty of everyone, that we should obey our elders, and you should consult to a doctor. This is advice. This is a advice given. So you should consult to a doctor. In this sentence advice is given. So when you have to advise someone, so we can use should. You should consult to a doctor. You should respect your elders. We can say we should respect our elders. That is also a type of advice. And now that is also a type of advice. Next is we shall work hard, lest. This word lest you have to keep in mind. Lest is always followed by should. Lest you should fail. You should work hard lest you should fail. So if there is lest in the sentence, so you always use should. This is the thing you need to keep in mind. This is use of a purpose. If lest is given in the sentence, so you have to fill should in the sentence and purpose is also given in the. अगर तुम मेहनत नहीं करोगे तो तुम फेल हो जाओगे. So purpose is given in the sentence and they should be here by now. They should be here by now. Here is assumption is given in the sentence. Assumption, they should be here by now. So वे कुछ ही देर में, उन्हें कुछ ही देर के अंदर यहाँ क्या है पहुँचना चाहिए. वो पहुँचे नहीं पहुँचे, that is a different thing, but your assumption is that they should be here by now. So this is the use of should, and now we will discuss the uses of would. This is the last model we are going to discuss for today, use of would. Use of would. Use of would, you know that as a past form of will. As a past form of will, you always use would as a past form of will. He said that or if we say he said that he will go. He said that he will go. He said I will go Delhi. I will go Delhi. He said that he would go Delhi. He would go Delhi. As a past form, here it is will in direct speech, and in indirect speech you have changed it into would. आपने इसको would के अंदर क्या कर दिया है, चेंज कर दिया है. So as a past form of will, we always use would. Now for habitual actions, habitual activity for wish, for preference, for habitual activity for wish and for preference and for polite request for polite request we always use would. And sometime in conditions we also use would. With example it will be clear to you that first of all, habitual action, she would sit in the sun and talk all the day long. So she would sit in the sun and talk all the day long means वो धूप में बैठ जाया करती थी और बहुत देर तक बातें किया करती थी. means this is their habitual activity. So this is habitual activity. This is their habitual activity. And if I say to give I would die rather than beg. I would die rather than beg means he is giving preference. वो क्या बोल रहा है कि मैं भीख मांगने से तो मैं मरना पसंद जो है मैं वो मरना पसंद करूंगा. I would rather is here. I would rather die than beg. So this is for giving preference. And if I say this is for giving preference. And second thing, if there is rather in the sentence, then you have to fill would in the blank always. If rather is given in the sentence, rather is always followed by would. If blank is given and after blank rather is given, then obviously you will fill would in the sentence. And would you like to have for polite would you like to have a cup of tea is polite request. You can ask your friend, you can ask your friend, would you please bring me a glass of water? Suppose you are sitting at a bench and your friend is also sitting, two friends are also sitting with you, you also want yourself to get adjusted there, तो आप अपने दोस्त को क्या बोलोगे? Would you please move a bit? क्या आप थोड़ा उधर हो जाएंगे? Would you please bring me a glass of water? Sometime for polite request we also use a would. And the next is for conditions. For which condition you will use would? Conditions, or first of all, wish. What is your wish? Means a wish is would that I were a king. Would that I were a king. So this is your wish. But in conditions for unfulfilled desire, we also call it unfulfilled desires. Would that if I were a king, would that if I were a prime minister. So you cannot fulfill this type of wishes, but for these unfulfilled wishes you always use would in the sentences. And for conditions, so this is wish. For sentences, if I say कि अगर मैं भारत का प्रधानमंत्री होता तो मैं सैनिक शिक्षा स्कूलों के अंदर अनिवार्य कर देता. अगर होता तो there is a condition, if I were the prime minister of India, then I would make the military education compulsory. And if you work hard, you would pass. So this is where I say if you work hard, you would pass. So condition is there. If you work hard, condition is of working hard. If you will not work hard, you will not pass. So condition is there. If you work hard, you will pass. Got it or not? So this is all from my side, students. Hope you understand it in a better way, and I wish all of you to watch this video properly and deeply. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay safe.